So whenever you're done with an area or you're ready to go somewhere else, you'll click this button right here called Beam to Ship, and that'll immediately take you to your ship. Each area, most of the time, is composed of two areas, the space area and the ground area. Some of them only have space. I don't really know any that only have ground. So the space, as you can see, the heads-up display is a lot different, and honestly yours will look different from mine. I've organized mine this way. I'll explain how to organize it in just a moment. So again, W, A, S, D control your basic movements. The only thing that's different is, as you can see, I'm turning and stuff, but I'm not really going anywhere. So what you use for strafing, the Q and E, is gonna change this bar right here. So if I press E once, that's gonna give me 1 bar of movement. You can the max is 4 bars of movement. So see, now I'm actually moving. Likewise, if I want to reverse, when it's at 0, I press Q once, and that allows me to reverse, and I can still, turn and stuff like this. If I click this arrow, as you can see, it's called full impulse. That allows me to go. Oh wait, hold on, I'm too close to this thing. Still too close. Sorry, bear with me. Okay, there. See, now I am going the maximum velocity that my ship can go right now. So now here is the status of your ship. You can leave your thing here to see how much hull you have. It'll tell you 100, and if you die, obviously it'll be 0. These 4 white blocks are your shield facings. So as you take damage from one side, your shields will begin to go down on that side. This are whatever kind of buffs or enhancements that you may have at that time. These are your crew. This is where you will access their specials in combat. So if, let's say I was damaged and I need to heal, I would click him and I would be healed. I can also click on someone else and heal them. So these are your specials. They're also color coded, so your engineers are yellow, your tactical is red, your science is blue. And again, I mean, these will be different, compared to what ship you have and the playstyle that you choose. Over here will be the specials and stuff that you have that are not on your bridge officers. You can actually also put these skills here if you want. By using the same thing, you press P, all of your stuff will appear, and you can click and drag and put them here. But for the most part, you won't need to, since you'll have them here. This section right here shows you where your energy is. You know how in other games you'll have to choose perks and stuff, to determine how you want to do, if you want to focus on not dying, you want to focus on doing damage. These make it real simple. You can choose how you want your energy to be focused. Do you want your energy to be focused on attacking, on shields, on speed, or do you want it to be balanced? I always recommend attack, because if you don't have it on attack, your weapons pretty much won't do anything. Then again, right here, this is your weapons, your shields, your engines, and this thing called auxiliary. This will be what you use if you're a science officer. The closest the closest any of these are to 125, which I believe is the absolute max, the more output you'll have. For weapons at 125, that is where you will get the maximum damage output of your weapons. 125 for your shields means your shields will regenerate and be at the strongest that they are. Your engines, 125, will be the fastest, and I think the most maneuverable that you are. Auxiliary will be also, there are skills that I can't really explain it, because there are skills that are different, that depend on what this does, whether it's effect or range or things like that. Over here you'll see your actual weapons. The top row is your front weapons, the bottom row is your back weapons. You can either fire all of them at once, you can fire only your beams, you can fire either only your torpedoes, or you can actually, click individual weapons, but most of the time you'll probably just fire all weapons. You probably will not have this depending on what ship you pick. If these are new, they're only on the cruisers. So if you're an engineer, you'll probably have them. If you're a tactical or science, you probably won't. Oh, and that's the other thing I forgot to mention. So the ships are designed for specific people. The cruisers are designed for engineers. However, that does not mean you have to be an engineer to fly one. There are people who are tactical officers and science officers who fly them as well. It's just that they're at a slight disadvantage because they're not able to use their special skills to the maximum potential. So as you can see earlier when I was showing you the stations, the tactical has the highest of lieutenant on this ship, which means you can only use the strongest from the tier 2 specials on the tactical department. So if you're a tactical officer and you can only use the maximum skill T of your second tier, you're at a little bit of a disadvantage. You have to play more like an engineer than you would of your own class. So you can, even if you're a tactical or a science, you can fly a cruiser. You can fly any type of ship you want. This game doesn't limit you to where it's like, well, this is tactical only, or this is science only. At least for ships. When it gets to the ground, it is class specific. If you remember, oops, wrong button. If you remember when I showed you the kits, these are class specific. This kit can only be used by engineers. So when it comes to ground, it's limited, but when it comes to space, you can literally do just about anything you want. Let's see, what else is important? Oh, the same actions. F will be your action button, and that's pretty much it. Your WASD will be your steering. Q and E will be your forward, reverse. Let's see, what else is important? On the top right, you'll have your map. You'll see the objectives. This is actually minimized, but you'll have your chat. You'll have your quick options here. So let's see, I think that might be pretty much it for how the space mechanics work. So I'll go ahead and pause it here.